Welcome back on the program. We start with the front page of the Daily Trust at this time. Again, CBN sacks over 300 staff, pencils more for disengagement. And that's the big story there from the Daily Trust at this time. Mixed feelings in Karaye, Bichi, Gaya, Rano as dethroned emirs leave. And lawyers divided over High Court order. Emir Sanusi gets appointment later. Judge granted order from us. Okay, that's Governor Yusuf there talking. More stories on the front page of the Daily Trust at this time. AGF police health ministers showcase achievements. They stole my rented cart. Kano female worker vendor cries out. All the stories there on the front page of the Daily Trust this morning. Over to you, Olamide.
So I begin here with Saturday Punch on the federal government assessment portal. Nigerians rate power, defense, Greek education ministers poorly. Ministers rated on economic reforms, national security, food security, unlocking energy others. FEC members may be judged on funds usage, delivery on hope agenda. 1 year on, Nigerians eagerly awaiting dividends of President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda as Labour eyes 100,000 minimum wage as NEC meets on Monday. Keeping Nnamdi Kanu in prison wrong, that's according to Wole Soyinka. Over 3,700 students from 126 institutions register for student loan. Those are the stories making the front page of the Punch this morning.
All right, now we move on to the Nation newspaper, and the big story there says electricity tariffs to crash with time, says a minister, as federal government targets 6,000 megawatts generation by year end. Delabo power sector reforms have attracted investments. There you can get it on page 4 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Sanusi, no man can take what God has given. Page 4 there of the Nation newspaper this morning. And court sacks for court orders for feature of 4.7 million US dollar, 830 million naira property linked to Emefiele terrorism. Only court can decide in Nnamdi Kanu's fate. That's coming from the AGF. Let's quickly move on to the masthead now. Tinubu to Nigerians task governors to take responsibilities seriously, and also says effective local government administration critical to development. Nation no longer bleeding, printing paper money. And also economic grew by 30% in first quarter of 2024. That is coming from ABS, and growth driven by oil and services. Page 6 there of the Nation newspaper this morning.
I move to Saturday Independent. Knox kudos trail President Tinubu's 1 year in office. We see bleak future. Buhari's 8 years will be a child's play, according to the Labour Party and the PDP in Nigeria's APC list their achievements. Retaliating against my trade users' waste of energy, says Governor Fubara. And on the top lower left, Sanusi's reinstatement, I will report judge who stopped enthronement at the governor's forum, according to the governor of Kano. Protesters storm Aso Rock, urging President Tinubu to intervene. Hiked interest rates will make more Nigerians poorer, according to economists. And also on the top left, while federal government cannot free Nnamdi Kanu, according to the AGF, Lateef Fagbemi, an academic giant, Professor Ayobanjo, dies at 90. The story is making the front page of Saturday Independent.
On the Guardian newspaper this morning says, yam. Nigeria's a major staple, now a luxury item for average homes. All right, very interesting development there when you look at the cost of yam at the moment. It's not something to come home with. Okay. Tinubu's administration most influential on National Assembly affairs. Other paper. Right, page 3 there of the Guardian newspaper. And Kano Emir ships to Sanusi returns to palace amid court injunction. Nigeria's energy transition requires 10 billion US dollar yearly to achieve a 2060 target. That's coming from the Vice President of Nigeria. Let's quickly move on to the masthead now. It is crucial to have more women in the room serving as connectors for others. And nothing is too much for Atiku Obi to sacrifice if they want to oust APC from power in 2027.
On the platform Times this morning, CBN sacked 200 senior staff directors weeks after laying off 117 workers. Labour Party accuses Peter Obi, campaign spokesperson, of attempting to hijack the party. Nearly 13 million lives lost to COVID-19 pandemic in 2 years, according to the World Health Organization. And Nigeria spends $25 billion on petrol importation yearly, according to the Vice President, Kashim Shettima. Abership tussle, 2 traditional chiefs, senior civil servants, indicted of forgery impersonation. And the Emir of Kano, reinstatements preordained by God. Court sentences cable thieves to 1 year imprisonment in Ogun. And finally, 4 soldiers arrested for alleged killing of NDLEA officers. That's it on the platform.
All right, in sports now, Sporting Live, and the big story there says, Finidi assures, I am not scared of anything. Was it not scared of? You can get to read that on Sporting Live. And also, we have revealed Ademola Lookman worth 56 billion naira, and Nottingham in race against time to sell players. All the stories on the Sporting Live this morning.